All right, we're doing order of operations and evaluating expressions today. So let's get rid of the music and let's get started. Okay, first off, a little housekeeping. Giving you a strip of paper that has order of operations. You're going to make your page look like this. This is my page of my notebook. This is page 16. Yes, we're already on page 16. Notice that I cut this strip out. It was one whole strip, and I glued it in. I only put glue right there. See that little thing? That's a tiny little strip of glue right there. And I left these together when I put that glue down there. So it opens like one big, tall door. Then I took my scissors and I cut right here. And you might be saying, well, why didn't you cut it and then put it down? Because if you put it down and then cut it, you can make this nice and straight. If you cut it and then try to put it down, it just goes all over the place. It's tough to put down. So do what I say, put it down, then cut the little doors loose. Okay, so you've got these notes right here. I will put these up later on in the video. If you can't read them, you should be able to bring up the photo and read them though. Now, once I move the flaps back and turn them back, see, you can see each one is cut right there. I've got these notes that go on the inside. Now, you can take this photo and you can blow it up a little bit larger. I've included that with the lesson. So you should be able to get to these things. Okay, so this is what it looks like. And then you open up your little doors and you've got this. Now, this strips of paper right here, you don't need to put those down. I'm just covering my answers to the example problems. I figure you should have to work some of those. Okay, so here we go. First example problem. This is one of those on your notes. So this is a problem right here that we're going to work. We have to solve this thing. We have to evaluate this expression. And that means we're going to have to use the order of operations. So first thing is first in parentheses. Well, over here I've got exponents inside my parentheses. So 6 squared, well, that's basically going to mean 36 because that's 6 times 6. 3 squared, or I'm sorry, 3 cubed, so 3 times 3 is 9 times 3 is 27. So when I add this together right here, negative 2 plus 4, well, that would be just 2. And then we have it divided by 2. Okay, so if you got that, great. You can pause this anytime during the video, work the problem out on your own, and then check it up later. I'm okay with that. Okay, so continuing on, 36 minus 27. Okay, this is a classic situation. If this was 36 minus 26, that's easy, that's 10. So 36 minus 27 has to be 9. Okay, you need to learn these little shortcuts. Look for these little things. So I've got 9 right here plus 2 divided by 2. So my parentheses are out of the way. Next step is exponents, got those done. Multiplication or division. So I would have to do this division problem right here, 2 divided by 2. So that would be 9 plus 1. Well, in that case, my answer is going to be 10. So there it is. This is what you should have gotten. Okay, next one, next example. And I'll say it right now. You can pause the video, work it out yourself, and then see if you got it right when you run it forward when I do it. Okay, so here we go. Oh, I see I missed something here earlier when I wrote. There we go. That makes it much better. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take all and fill in for all of the variables. So I've got 3 times 4 times 8 squared divided by 4 times 8 plus 6. Okay, so I've got all my variables in. First thing is first. First thing I got to do, Parentheses, well, I just have numbers in there, no operations to do inside their exponents. So I've got an exponent right there. So that means 3 times 4 times 64 divided by 4 times 8. Well, I'm going to go ahead and do that, even though that's not an exponent, but I can just multiply those two together. See, they're divided by that division symbol. So that would be 32 plus 6. Okay, so 3 times 4 times 64, it doesn't matter which order I do that in. I can do 3 times 64 times 4. Doesn't matter the order. But if I do it the right way, I get 768. And then that's going to give me divided by 32 plus 6. Okay. So now then, order of operations comes into play right here, because you might think, oh, I can do the 32 plus 6 first, but I can't. So I have to do 768 divided by 32 because multiplication comes up first on that chart on the order of operations. So I get 24 plus 6. And now then, 24 plus 6 is 30. So there is my answer. The answer to that problem is 30. All right. Next and final problem on your notes is this one right here. Okay. Again, you can pause the video, let me work it through, or you can work it through, and then you can see what I do and see if you get the right answer. But I'm going to go ahead and work it right now. So it's throwing in the variable values. So I'm going to go, it's 3 times 4. I'm going to put the 4 just like that. And so that's inside that parentheses. All that is going to be cubed plus 8 plus 8. Oops. I put an extra plus sign that does not need to be there, I see. So let me get rid of that. So that would be actually times 8 plus 8. I believe. Yes, it is. Okay. So now then, and all of that is going to go over S, which is 4. So 3 times 4 is 12. So I'm going to have 12 cubed times 8 plus 8 over 4. And I'm going to continue over here. So this, I'm going to draw a little line to kind of help me separate my stuff that I've got there. So if I do 12 cubed, I get 1,728 times 8 plus 8 over 4. 1,728 times 8 is 13,832 plus 8 over 4. And then finally, I would get, oops, I'm sorry, this should be 24. Small mistake there. It will eventually wind up being 32 when I put the 8 with it. So 13,824 there. That would be the actual answer because 8 times 8 is 64, so that puts me the 4 right there. So then I'm going to get 13,832 divided by 4, which is going to give me 3458. And I see I've reached my recording limit, but I'm done. There you go. Happy mathing.